Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Megan if you're new here, and I am a wife and mom to 4 small kids. We live in California and we are currently in a rental property, but we are turning this rental into a homesteader's paradise little by little and doing it frugally. I am striving to spend as little money as possible doing this. So if you haven't yet hit that subscribe button and that thumbs up, go ahead and do that now to follow along on our journey. Okay, so I have been cleaning out my pantry and I figured what better time to do a pantry tour with you guys than now when it's clean and the kids haven't gone in there and just organized it themselves and things like that. We have a working pantry, so people are in and out of it all day long. We cook at home mainly. We do our own baking, our own cooking, all of the things. And so the pantry does not stay organized too often. I generally go in once every couple weeks and reorganize it, and then kind of take note of what I have, what I need to get, things like that. Now, I have a very small pantry, but just because it's small doesn't mean that you can't fit a lot. So if you are in like an apartment or something, you can stock food for you or your family and it not be like this crazy hoarder looking mess. It is possible to do it and make it look neat and tidy and not ugly. if you catch what I'm trying to say. Okay, so I'm gonna take you in here, and if you see empty spots in the shelves, that's because I was cleaning and I'm taking note of what we need to restock on, or new things that I want to stock on. One thing to keep in mind when you're building a working pantry, a stockpile, anything like that, is that it takes time because it takes money. I found that one of the best ways to do this is every single month set aside a budget of $100 if you can, even $50. And focus on 1 to 2 things that you would like to stockpile and use that money. So let's say beans and rice, just very basic. So if I had my $50 to $100 this month, I would go and buy as many beans and rice this month as I can. And then next month I would buy pasta and pasta sauce with my $50 to $100. I found that doing that, I'm able to build my stockpile faster rather than if I'm just buying a bunch of different random things every single month to add to it, because then I'll have 1 of this, 2 of that, you know what I mean? So that's my advice for this, because it does cost money to do this, but if you buy them in bulk, then you'll probably save a little bit on that. Okay, so it's pretty small in here, so I'm gonna flip you guys around and show you. The door doesn't even open all the way because of my shelving, but that's all right. We can squeeze through here and still get in. All right. Okay, so for starters, when you first walk in, it's a pretty small space, and over here to the side, I have buckets stacked up. These are filled with organic flour. I do my best to buy organic products. That's not always possible, and that's okay. But if I can get them in organic at a good price, then I do so. So we got buckets up here hanging. This is usually like the lunch bag that we would take to the ranch or whatever. I have my rings for canning in here, and then just random lids that for cups that I honestly need to go through and see if we even have those cups anymore. Down here I have like paper cups for coffee and stuff. I don't always buy those, but during my husband's busy work season, it's nice to have those for him to take his coffee on the go. Extra bags, and then that's for my food processor. I haven't opened all the things and gadgets that go with it, so that is sitting in there waiting for me to open it. Okay, we'll start over here. Okay, this up here, more Cuisinart food processor stuff, couple extra trays. I do store some of our utensils and plates, platters, things like that in here because, like I said, it's a small kitchen, so we just try to organize things the best we can but make them fit. I have extra rice right there. That's like the packaged rice that you just throw in the pot and boil it real fast. I don't use those often, but those were given to me, so I keep them there in case there's time that I'm being like lazy, long day, things like that. I can use those. I have a bunch of milk jars because I do plan on getting a dairy goat or a milk cow. We haven't really decided which one yet, but I'm saving those so that when I do decide and get one, I have those for milking. I have some apple cider. I got those from Costco for like the holidays for the kids and whatnot. Okay, moving down here, these are my dehydrated foods. I have peas, like mixed veggies back here. These both are elderberries. I make elderberry syrup, so I have dried elderberries, and these are dehydrated blueberries. I like to throw dehydrated blueberries in my oatmeal. It's actually really good. Gummy bears, these are here because it's easy access, and the kids, this is like their treat and whatnot, so these are not strategically any place. They just, wherever we need them at the time, that's where they're at. We have some chicken fat and ghee. Honestly, these will get moved out to the kitchen to get used pretty quickly, and that's why they're sitting up here in the front. I have my pressure canner, some extra jars. Honestly, guys, I have jars all over the house. I have them in closets. I have them underneath this rack. I have them everywhere. Wherever I can store jars, I'll store them because I know that I'm going to use them for canning. We have some more of that rice right here. A gal gave a couple boxes to me, and so I have a bunch of those. Okay, right here is kind of like an assortment of sauces. We are definitely a saucy family, so we pick up sauce every couple times that we go to the store, and it's just maybe whatever we need or whatever looks good. We grab some and put it in here. This is some of the canned food that I've done. This is chicken. This is broth. A lot of it is broth. We have seasoned pork shoulder, deer meat, ground beef back here. Again, it's not super organized, but that's okay. It works for us right now. Here is a bunch of random stuff. These soups, I think I bought these when I was first starting a pantry, and I wasn't completely understanding like what foods to buy and what not to buy. So I bought these, and I actually have a whole bunch of them down there in that black crate. It's just kind of buried, so I didn't put them under there. But these are like foods that we don't want to eat. We do homemade soup and whatnot, but we have them if we absolutely need them. I personally think they're gross and I shouldn't have spent the money, but because I did, I'm sure somebody will eat them. We have some evaporated milk, pumpkin, coconut milk, and coconut cream. I don't use this a lot, but I'm going to keep it on hand for like ice creams and stuff like that. We have a super random can of sweet peas. I don't really know. Almond milk, tuna, and sardines. All that just kind of goes right there. Moving down here is more canned food. A lot of this is chicken broth and beef bone broth. We do have some stew meat. I like having canned foods, like home canned foods, for quick and easy meals. Same over here. We have the deer, chicken, This is ground beef, pork shoulder. I did this in like one big batch, so it's pretty much all the same stuff. And then down here is a couple of like really random stuff that my daughter found. I don't even know where she found it, so I just put it right here. Okay, moving on down here. This is the butternut squash and spaghetti squash that I grew in the garden this year. And we still have lots of it. We have some right here, and we have some down here on the bottom, and then even underneath the cart is some. I have yellow masa, and then over here is white rice in the buckets. We have some dried beans, pasta sauce, tomato things, extra foil. Oh, I was going to show you this. So I bought this mayonnaise a while back, and then I started learning about the ingredients and stuff in it. And if you can see this EDTA, there we go. That is actually widely known now, I guess, for causing cancer and stuff like that. So I'm not feeding that to my family. I'm going to save it, and I don't know yet. Maybe feed it to the dog or something. I'm not sure, but that's just kind of like stuff back there so my family doesn't see it and grab it, because they don't know I'm the one who buys the food, and they just, you know, what I buy, they eat. Okay, down here, moving on, I have our oils, apple cider vinegar. I buy those in bulk and keep them down here. Back here is canned fruit, and I think some like canned beans got stuffed back here. Like I said, the kids come in here and play, so I think every now and then random things get placed everywhere. More jars that I have stored. This is cream and mushroom. Tomato products back there, corn, canned corn. Under here, we have more butternut squash, tomato products. We didn't grow, like our tomato crop this year was terrible. I believe it was because it was so hot, so I stocked on tomato products. This is extra soft white wheat berries. One of these buckets over here has them in it, and I just haven't made room for them yet, so this is just extras. And then we have corn back there. Okay, let's move on. I gotta figure out how I can wiggle over here. Up here I have a stock pot, electric canner, straws, the Ninja ice cream maker. I got that as a gift for my birthday, and it's wonderful. We have powdered sugar, protein powders, oatmeal, and then this is like all of my dried beans and lentils and quinoa and whatnot. I have a bunch of them back there. Okay, we have spices, peanuts, different nuts, trail mix, things like that, popcorn. This is more nuts and seeds. The kombucha starter that I want to try and use and I haven't got to yet. This is sugar in its natural form, and then this is extra baking soda. I have a baking cabinet in the main kitchen, and I keep like a jar of that in there, and then the extra just goes in the pantry. My dehydrator. This little box is like just snacks and stuff like that the kids come in and grab. I just keep that like at their height where they can get it. We have our toaster in here because there is a plug-in in here, and so I just find it easier to keep it in here because I don't have much counter space, so I need to utilize the counter space well. This is the foil that we use. It's too big to go in one of my drawers, so I have it right here. Some baking tins, and then my big baking bowls that you're always watching me bake bread in. Down here we have, I believe these all, okay, some of them say flour. I wrote on them, and I think some of them are turned the wrong way, but they're like rice and flour, mainly flour. I have a big bag of rice back here. I need to start getting to that actually. I have more wheat berries. This is a big bucket of Redmond's real salt. I love this salt, so I buy it in bulk. More butternut squash, and there's even some more down there. I totally missed sweeping under there. Over here in this basket, I keep it in like the darkest spot, is sweet potatoes, onions, and I think a couple other vegetables down there. We use this all the time, so this stuff actually doesn't sit here very long. Okay, that is just like my cookie cutters and stuff like that. And then that is big old blocks of beeswax. If you're new around here, my husband is a beekeeper, so I will make candles and chapstick out of that. It's very tight in here, but it's like my mini grocery store, so I love it. This is my first time having a pretty well put together pantry for my family, so it's small, there's gaps, but I'm very proud of it. I've come a long ways. Okay, so up here we have oatmeal, oats, and that's just extra. I usually have this filled up, but we've been using it. So oats, brownie mixes, bread mixes for convenience, Crisco for my husband for the bees, extra chips, stuffing, and I think that was on sale, so I bought it for a convenience food. And then we have extra beans up there, and then our Berkey filters. Random stuff is more this way, just to keep it out of the way because I'm not sure what I want to do with it. Like the Gatorade, I bought it and then I learned about the coloring and food coloring, so I haven't decided what I want to do with that, but I don't want my kids to drink it. Olives, those last us quite a while because we don't eat a ton of them. In here, what is in here? Oh, some more tuna, random rice. I don't really know. This is really good. We got this, our last order from Azure Standard. It's ginger snap granola. And then this one is cherry vanilla granola. We've tried this one, not the other one. And this one in some vanilla yogurt is really good. And here we have like bone broth mixes and hydrations. Just random little drink mixes. Canned beans, I have these like up in front for convenience, so I can just come grab one, or the kids or my husband can. Peanut butters, we do like peanut butter. More tomato products. I have tomato products everywhere. They're not super organized. Whey protein, that should actually be over there. Wax paper, I got this brand from Azure Standard and I don't really like it, so I do have it and I will use it. But for now it's just sitting in here. Breads, I usually make homemade bread, but you guys know how it is. It's nice to have things just on hand when I haven't had time to make bread. Some more snacks. I put these ones a little bit lower than the other ones so that the smaller kids can get to them. And then we have lots of pasta. So this is just like, I think this one is like shaped, oh, Little Dreams. So it's got like shapes and stuff like that. And I like to make homemade macaroni and cheese with that one for the kids. Different types of pastas. All the way back here, lasagna noodles. This is tomato soup. And then back down here, back there's some more canned corn. And then tomato products. I usually make tomato spaghetti sauce with tomato sauce, and so that's why you'll see a lot of that. Pineapple, we don't go through that a lot, so that will last us a long time. And then like I said, over here I have rice and wheat berries in both of those. So yeah, it's a tight fit in here, but it works, and I'm really happy it works because when we first moved here, I was like, uh-oh, I don't know if I can make this work. Like, it's so tiny in here. But you know what? If there's a will, there's a way, and we figured it out. I do want to show you guys my little baking cabinet because I use it daily. And that does have some bulk items in that too. I do use it for storage, for like baking goods. What's the fridge? Okay, it is a little messy. Like I said, I use it every single day. So I do have bulk items in here. Bread flour, that's all bread flour back there. Some spices, baking powder, sugar. I know this said sugar, but it's got my flour in it. Down here, I think this is gluten-free flour. Problem is, I don't know what I put in here, and I forgot to label it. I want to say it looks kind of like starch, like a potato starch or something. I don't know. I haven't used this because I don't remember what it is. Cornmeal. And then these are sugar. Actually, I think they're both sugar. So yeah, I really like this little area right here, my baking cabinet. And then up here I have some convenient spices and vanilla and things like that that we use too. So yeah. All right, guys, I hope that you enjoyed that tour. I actually even have 2 buckets of flour down here, and that's pretty normal. I found using your food and spices and stuff as like a decorative item. I don't think those buckets are decorative, but they definitely fit the homesteading pantry. And I am a like recovering perfectionist, and so I like nice and neat decorated homes, and so adjusting to a homesteading kitchen and pantry has been a little difficult, but now that I'm in a rhythm of it, I actually really like it. The things that are in here we use. There's really not much in here that I don't use. I mean, there's a couple Christmas decorations right now, but for the most part, the things that I have in here I use, and I like that. There's not a bunch of pointless stuff in here like I used to have, and it's nice. So if you guys like this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more videos and content from me. Comment down below if you liked this and you want to see more things like this. And until next time, I'll see you guys later. Bye.